What's up, guys? She's unboxed, she's built. Should we review this thing? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Voyage RC. Testing out the new Canon M50 camera that I picked up. So trying to get better quality videos out there for you guys. Today we're talking about the Tekno ET410 and how the build went. Yeah, little disclaimer on that. I built this truck probably about 10 months ago, and then gave it to my buddy who I was building it for, and he's been driving it ever since. So I haven't actually seen the truck in about 10 months, and when I did the build, I thought I filmed a little review with my initial thoughts on it. Turns out I didn't, and turns out my notes on the build kind of just disappeared. So that being said, we're going to do my best to actually give you the information that I remember on the build. I'm not going to go too in depth to it, just because obviously I don't remember it as fresh as it was directly after the build, which was about 10 months ago. Again, repeating myself, but yeah, been about 10 months. So we're going to go through it, kind of give you some highlights of how I felt about the build and what I actually definitively remember. I don't think it's really fair to put out a video this late after the fact and give information that I don't fully remember. I don't want to give any false information, so I'm going to do my best to give the information that I actually remember 100%, and kind of go over some of the highlights of the build. Alright guys, here it is, the Tekno RC ET410 build in all its glory. Luckily I did film all this nice crispy b-roll before the truck made its way to its proud new owner. But yeah, I took the last day or so and tried to reflect and take some notes on all the highlights of the build. So I'm just going to kind of run through the list with you real quick. Obviously from all this b-roll you can tell that the truck looks really good. That of course is with the body off, but that's my personal opinion. I just don't like those truggy style bodies. But the instructions were well laid out, easy to follow along with as far as the labeling on the bags and stuff. You grab the bag that's for the instruction and you have all the parts you need to do that set of instructions, and then you just move on from that. So it's really well thought out and laid out as far as the process, the way they go about doing the build. I think one of the highlights with that is they actually had the shocks individually bagged as far as fronts versus rears, so it wasn't one big bag with all 4 shocks in it. Just makes it easier to match up your shock shafts with your shock bodies as far as lengths and stuff like that. So that was really nice. This truck is built really tough, especially the A-arms. You can tell with their 8-scale background that they really put a lot of material in there for a big 4-wheel drive truggy that's probably going to take a lot of abuse on the track, or whether or not you guys are just bashing this. So it's kind of could be a little multi-use platform. Run it at the track, run it in your front yard, do whatever you want with it, because it is built pretty tough. And that being said, the owner of this truck, I have seen him abuse all his other vehicles, and he has hardly broken anything on this truck. So that's a testament to how well built this vehicle is. The plastics were good. I use a DeWalt driver to pretty much build all my kits, just because it saves time and forearm strength, to be honest, while building it. But you didn't really have to worry about stripping the screws or stripping out the threads in the plastic. So the plastic was good. Seemed like it was good quality. Didn't really have to worry too much about that. The turnbuckles built okay. They were a little tight with the rod ends on the tie rod itself. So you definitely want to be sure to use the black grease trick. Put a little black grease on the threads to keep them nice and loose, especially for future adjustment when you're going to be adjusting your camber and your toe. It's going to keep them more free instead of binding up and make it a lot easier. The shock's built good. I am pretty much used to building team associated shocks, which I love. So I mean, these Tekno shocks, they built good. They weren't quite as good of a build as the AE shocks, I think. They did seem a little harder to bleed and to get 100% of the air out of it. And I do use a Tamiya Vacuum Pump every time I build shocks, just to help get all the air out of the oil and out of the shock itself, to get that nice buttery smooth feel of the shock. So if you guys haven't seen a Tamiya Vacuum Pump, I will leave a link down in the description below, so you guys can check that out. The diffs were good to build. They went together really good. Oiling wasn't hard, so getting all the spider gears in there was easy. It wasn't hard to get the proper amount of oil in there, so you weren't over or underfilled when you go to close the case up and seal it up. So that was nice. The drivetrain was very smooth. I think I got some video of that here for you. It was a very smooth drivetrain, no binding in any spots. It wasn't as free spinning as, like, say, the new B74 from Team Associated. That's probably one of the smoothest, most free spinning drivetrains in a four-wheel drive I've really ever built. That one would free spin like crazy. This one didn't have the free spin to it, but it was very, very smooth, so that was nice. Couple highlights: the included fan mount for the motor was a plus. It comes with a mount. You can just mount a fan blown right over the motor, so that's a plus. And then they did come with some sidewall spots on the chassis to add your Velcro for the body. Since this chassis doesn't have a full side cradle to it like some of the other chassis out there, they did include some spots on there to add the Velcro, so you can put your body on with Velcro instead of using the body pins, which is kind of the norm in racing these days. But yeah, I mean, overall the build was pretty good. I'd build another one. Yeah, it built well. Everything really went together the way it should, and like I said before, the instructions were well laid out and easy to follow, with grabbing the proper bag and hardware and just having everything you needed to do that certain set of steps. Yeah, I think I've just been spoiled from building that B74 from Team Associated, which I think right now in the industry, that's about as perfect as it's gonna get. That was probably the best kit I've ever built, so that set the bar pretty high. But this Tekno kit went together very well. This was my first Tekno kit I built, but yeah, it was enjoyable. Everything seemed to work out the way it should, and it was well put together. So that's really all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the B-roll I did film. That was using the Osmo Mobile 2 with my iPhone 8 Plus. So nice smooth images, smooth video for you. So links in the description for everything. And if you want to pick up one of these kits, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check out the kit too. Alright guys, there you have it, all the knowledge that's stuck in my head after all these months of not being around the ET410. So I hope you enjoyed all the knowledge I just dropped on you about the build and how well that went. Yeah, if you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to stick around and see all the new videos I'm coming out with, hit that subscribe button and then hit the little bell on the side of it so you get notifications when they come out. Follow the links below if you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And also, I've got a new merch store available, so you can hit that link in the description below. And I did just add hats under the New Age Voyage RC section. So if you want to get a hat and represent the channel, all the proceeds obviously help me out and help me bring more videos out for you. So thanks for sticking around, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.